Welcome, everyone, to Combat Wrestling Trivia. The first round of the World Contenders Tournament continues as Michael Turner takes on Richie Goodacre in 4 rounds of trivia action. Let's take it to that match right now. Welcome in, everyone. You can see me on the screen, but we need to introduce our opponents, or their opponents of each other, our players for today. Introducing first, he is the current reigning and defending Lights Out Trivia Champion and a former inaugural, see I used the right word, Michael, Twitch TV Champion. It's Michael Turner. How you doing, Michael Turner?
I am like the intro kind of said it all. I'm a little bit on a roll right now. In the past 2 weeks, I won the WWT Intercontinental Championship.
I forgot that one.
That championship they had to create because we can't beat you. I think they should just rename it that. I did win the Lights Out Trivia Championship this past week as well. So things are pretty good for me. Cannot lie, but if there's anyone I believe in, it is my good frenemy Richie Goodacre. This might be the night. You never know. Bet your loonies on Richie. There's magic in the air.
Speaking of betting your loonies, you can do that right now at the bottom of your chat or the top of your chat. I don't remember where it goes. Go ahead and bet your loonies right now. Welcome in Paul Mead, JB3, Jacob Cameron, and Joey Suba are all here. Welcome in, guys. But now, Michael, we need to introduce your opponent. He comes to us from the other side of the world, where it is now daytime. He's a member of the Pullet Club, and he loves his Bubba Gump shrimp. It's Richie Goodacre.
Sup? Yes, much like a video game that got delayed multiple times, me and Michael Turner are destined to fight forever. Yes. I feel that that's just gonna happen, and it's fate. So look, hopefully I predict it's gonna be close. Regardless of the outcome. So it's gonna be fun, regardless of the outcome. So we'll see what happens.
To be fair, I am almost 45. I don't know how many more fights left are left.
Yeah.
Might not be forever. It might be like 4 years.
The people watching at home agreed with you, Michael. There's currently 5.1K on Richie and 670 on yourself.
Let's do it.
Jacob says, when is my first round happening this millennium? Dim Simmons, my best friend, is a busy man. It'll happen eventually. We're not behind. It's still the first round. Relax. Dim is a busy man, okay?
Have a beverage, Jacob. You'll be okay.
Yes. Dim is a busy man. But guys, it is time to start this match, and it is with round number 1. You guys know it, but we're going to tell you anyway. Round 1 works like this. 4 questions worth 1 point each. 2 questions each based on first round strengths were given by both combatants. 1 final question with 4 possible answers in a random category. 1 point per correct answer. 8 total points available in round number 1. And we're going to start with Richie's strength. And Richie, you chose Moose in Impact Wrestling. All right, Richie and Michael, your first question is, how many times did Moose hold the Impact Grand Championship? All right, looks like you're both quickly in. Michael, what do you got?
It's a 2.
And Richie?
Just one in doubt, 3 it out.
Correct answer was 2. Michael pulling ahead early as we go into question number 2. And that question is, who did Moose last eliminate from the Collier Shot Battle Royal at Bound for Glory 2021? JB3 in that last one said 642 times. Almost. looks like you guys. Richie, are you in?
Yep.
Okay, Richie, what do you got?
Couldn't remember. I said Sammy Callahan.
And Michael Turner.
I too said Sammy Callahan.
That is incorrect. We were looking for Broski himself, Matt Cardona.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Matt Cardona. All right. Moving on to Michael's strength. And Michael, you chose CM Punk and ROH. And your first question is, what was the last year in which CM Punk competed in a match in Ring of Honor? CM Punk, well known for being in Ring of Honor and a lot of people's early favorites. Did you have an early favorite in Ring of Honor, Michael?
Oh, I sure did. Christopher Daniels doing the Fallen Angel gimmick.
Okay. All right. Looks like you're both in. Michael, what do you have?
It's in 2006.
Richie.
It's 2005.
Correct answer is 2006. He signed his WWE contract in 2005, but he came
He
back.
had to come back for one match
One match.
when Loki got fired.
Yes, he came back for that one match. So, Michael Turner, that will get you on the board 2-0 as we go into your second question in CM Punk and ROH. And that question is, at ROH Manhattan Mayhem 2005, Jimmy Rave defeated CM Punk in which type of match? You were close again, JB3. 1943 is very close to 2006. Currently have 680 loonies on Michael. 9,300 on Richie. Someone's going all in here.
We ain't talking about Wembley.
Yeah, we're not even at Wembley. That's when that same joke.
Jeez.
We fought so many times, we will make the same jokes now.
Hey, why not? It's gonna happen all the time. I believe you only have one previous match here, or maybe two.
I feel like we were in a lot of tournaments.
I know
Yeah.
you guys were. I know
Really
all
most
three of us were in
battles,
this.
you know.
Well, like every WWT tournament.
Yeah. All three of us were in the same block in the first clash.
Yeah.
As
Oh, I
Richie
remember
continues-
that one because Richie almost got me. I pulled one like at the very end.
Okay, you guys have had two previous matches. Michael, you are 2-0 against Richie here.
Okay.
Thank you to the head-to-head spreadsheet, which you can access by typing !history into the chat on Twitch, and you can access all the spreadsheets and history, including the head-to-head that I got really high and stayed up making. All right,
Nice.
Richie, what do you have?
I just said without honor match.
And Turner.
I believe this is the dog collar match.
It is indeed the dog collar match, kind of a CM Punk specialty at this point. So, we're going to move on to your 4-point question. And your 4-point question comes in the category of All Elite Wrestling. And your question is, who are the 4 male wrestlers to win a singles casino battle royal in AEW? They've had some female casino battle royals, some tag team casino battle royals, and even a trios casino battle royal, but there was 4 male singles ones. Who were those 4 winners? Pretty soon we'll be able to do a 20-point battle zone with casino battle royal winners. Thank you to tag team and trios ones. Richie is deep in thought, trying to think about everything. As Joey says, so what you're saying is study casino battle royal winners. I didn't say necessarily do that. You don't know when that could happen. It can happen at any time, though, so be afraid.
Joey, study everything. I need you in lights out. Tag
Yes.
teams, baby. Tag teams.
Yes, many tag team tournaments going on. Our friends at Lights Out Trivia are going to be starting a tag team tournament once they're brief. break is over, as well as in wrestling with trivia. Our good friend Jordan Owens currently has a tag team tournament going on, and I am not cheering for the Pepperoni Factory, besides my friend Dim. However, Jordan, if you're watching, which you might not be, if the Pepperoni Factory does win the WCT Tag Team titles, I am declaring myself champion under Freebird rules.
Freebird rule.
Fuck you. All right, Richie, do you have 4 answers?
Hang on, I will. Now I'll do it, yes.
All right, Michael Turner, what do you have?
Jungle Boy, Hangman Page, Brian Cage, and Orange Cassidy.
All right, and Richie.
Yeah, I didn't get the last one. I said Brian Cage, Adam Page, Jungle Boy, and Scorpio Sky. I forgot Orange Cassidy.
All right, so your correct answers are Adam Page, Lance Archer, Jungle Boy, and Kyle O'Reilly. Orange Cassidy, that one he won, was not a Casino Battle Royal.
Okay.
Oh, really? Yeah.
No. Was it not a Casino Battle Royal? I believe that happened at their recent pay-per-view, I want to say. Forbidden Door, was that it? Or, I don't know. I just know it was.
Yeah.
It was just a 20-man Battle Royal, I believe.
Yeah.
All right, so it currently is 5-2 for Michael Turner as we go in to round number 2. And round number 2, guys, it works like this. 4 questions for each player based on the second strength divided before the match. Each correct answer will award 1 point, and there is no steals. 4 points available per player. And Richie, we are going to go ahead and start with you. And you chose NXT 2.0. It is his NXT. Your first question for you, Richie. What is the name of the leader of Chase U?
Andre Chase?
Yes, that is correct.
I was
like, Richie.
A trick question, and you would say, "Oh, it's the other."
Yeah, it's Bodie Hayward. No.
Yeah.
Next question. At which event did Braun Breaker defeat Tommaso Ciampa to win the NXT Championship for the first time?
Not 100% sure. I can't totally remember, but I'll just say Stand and Deliver.
That is incorrect. We were looking for New Year's Evil.
Oh.
And your third question. Parker Boudreaux was known by which name when he managed Joe Gacy and appeared in NXT 2.0?
Harlem?
That is correct. And your next question. On the 1-year anniversary of NXT 2.0, episode dated September 13, 2022, Pretty Deadly defended the NXT Tag Team Championships against the Creed Brothers in which type of match?
Ladder match?
That is incorrect. We were looking for a steel cage to open the show. All right, so Richie, that's going to bring you up to 4 points. Now we go to Michael Turner. Michael, you chose the WWF from 1990 to 1995. Your first question, Michael. What was the first year that the King of the Ring was a pay-per-view event?
1993.
That is correct. Your second question. What was placed on a poll for the Big Boss Man versus Nails match at Survivor Series 1992?
Nightstick.
That is also correct. Third question is, this Tuesday in Texas featured 2 championship matches on the 5-match card. Who opened the show challenging Bret Hart for the Intercontinental Championship?
Skinner.
That is correct. And your final question, which I did some insane research on, and I can't believe this was a thing. And I was like, hell yeah, let's do it. Your question is, who is the only wrestler to compete in every Royal Rumble match from 1990 to 1995?
All right, let's see.
It actually wasn't that hard. I'll tell you how I got to this later.
Okay. I'm not sure if he was still there in '95, but it's the best guess I got. I could sit here and try and pull names all day. I'm gonna say Rick Martel.
That is correct, giving you a clean sweep of the round.
Oh my god.
So when I looked it up, there's only two guys that were in 1990 and 1995, and that was Rick Martel and Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels was not in 91, so I confirm Martel was in all the other ones. Boom, there you go. I was like, man, that's a good question. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so Michael, that brings you up to 9 points with the clean sweep of the round. Chat is going crazy. Joey Suba said, "Great job!" Wow. All right, so we're gonna bring down the question box. Paul says apparently it was on commentary from the '95 Rumble. Oh, okay. Well, that would have made my life a lot easier, but whatever. Anyway, Battle Zone works like this. One question will release 10 possible answers will be asked. The player with the lowest score will start with 5 guesses each. Each correct answer is worth 1 point. 5 total points available per player. In round number 3, the Battle Zone. And today your Battle Zone comes in the category of the WCW Championship. And your question is, what were the names of the last 10 pay-per-view events to feature the WCW Championship changing hands? Now, this is specifically the WCW Championship. Joey says, I think whatever research you did was less painful than sitting through the '95 Rumble again. That's true. It's a terrible Royal Rumble. All right, Richie, you're up.
Alright, then. Not the Battleground. No, it's all good though. Battle Zone, Battleground, anything.
I thought that was an answer. I was going to say.
You're right. I was like, wait.
No. Sin.
Okay. And Michael Turner.
Halloween Havoc.
All right, Richie.
Starcade.
Michael Turner.
Mayhem.
Richie.
Greed.
Michael.
Great American Bash.
Richie.
Bash at the Beach.
Michael Turner.
Slamboree.
Richie, your final one.
New Blood Rising.
And Michael finishes off.
For some reason, I think we might have to go back a little bit. So I'm going to say Super Brawl.
All right. So, the last one on my list is Starcade 1998.
Oh, so we didn't have to go back. That's fine.
Not back very far. But when you guys read this question again, you're going to be really mad at me when I tell you the answers, because what were the names of the last 10 pay-per-view events? Didn't specifically say WCW, so your correct answers are reverse chronological order. No Mercy, SummerSlam.
Oh god.
Mayhem, Fall Brawl, Bash at the Beach, Slamboree, Spring Stampede, Sold Out, Uncensored, and Starcade. So you both picked up 2 points on that one, giving us a score of 11-6. I'm sorry I did that to you guys.
I completely forgot about that.
11-6, and we're gonna go on to the final round. In the final round, it works like this. 3 points per correct answer. Starting with the lowest score, each player will choose 3 numbers between 1 and 20. Each player will answer their own question until they take the lead. If one player's out of questions on it, the lead, the game is over. If one player has run out of questions before the leader answers any of theirs, a knockout is declared, and there will not be a tie today, as we currently have a 5-point swing. But we're going to go ahead and start with Richie. I need I need one number to shuffle the final round. Between 1 and 3.
2.
2 it is. Alright. Now, Richie, your 3 numbers between 1 and 20.
Alright. 16.
Okay.
3. 1.
Alright. And Michael.
11, 7, 19.
Alright. So, Richie, your first question, number 16, and it comes in the category of the Royal Rumble. Richie, your question is: how many wrestlers did Damage Control eliminate as a team in the 2023 Women's Royal Rumble?
Oh, God. Wow.
Yeah, so not like combined, like all, but like they are the group is credited as eliminating how many people? Like as a team.
Yeah. It's a bit blind guess, but I'll say 6.
Unfortunately incorrect. We were looking for 4. Don't know who it was, but it was 4. Alright, so Richie, we are going to move on to your second question. And your second question comes in the category of factions and tag teams. Number 3. And Richie, your second question is: you're hitting all the number ones. How many times did the Outsiders hold the WCW Tag Team Championships?
A lot of WCW questions too.
Yeah, right.
As a
Fortunately
team.
for me.
As a team.
When in doubt, it's probably more than this, but I would say when in doubt, 3 it out. 3.
The winner of this match by knockout, and advancing to the next round to face, I believe, the winner of Paul Mead versus Jacob Barber, Michael Turner, the distinguished gentleman himself. You are moving on. The correct answer was 6. They held those titles 6 times. But yeah, Michael, you're going to advance to the quarterfinals of the tournament. So congratulations, or the quarterfinals? Yeah, the quarterfinals. Yeah, I know how things work. Congratulations, Michael. Paul Mead versus Jacob Barber will probably be the next match that airs in CWT. So if you have any words for those guys and words for Richie and anything you want to talk about, go ahead. You have the floor.
Oh,
I need to kill 3 minutes, by the way, for this to count, because we're at 27.
Yeah, we had a big thing at work today that my anchor is retiring to go on to a different career or whatever, and so I did like a 3-minute speech for her today, so I can carry that easy. Richie, I love you. I was really hoping today was the day, but yeah, the strength just didn't pan out, unfortunately. When I pulled Martel, like I was like, that's a bad sign. It's probably not gonna go great. And then Cash tricked us with that battle sign, bastard. But yeah, it's Paul Mead, my boss in the Impactful Insiders, and my tag team partner over in the CWT. That's always an interesting matchup when we get together. Jacob, my former tag team partner, would also be fun. So we'll see where chips fall in that one, but I look forward to either one of those, and just continue to try and do the best that I can do. I suckered you all into betting your loonies.
You did. 9.4 thousand loonies went to 2 viewers. Joey Suba is one of them. I'm not sure who the other one was, but congratulations, Joey. You just
Joey
banked
loves
on
me.
some loonies. It'll be.
Yeah, you did.
I'm waiting for the day that someone cashes in for a title shot. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen one day.
That'll be exciting.
Yes.
Speaking of which, I know that I was watching last night, and I know that Mr. Dude Hayes has a come to Jesus meeting, if you will, soon, which he is going to take people under consideration for title shots, and that shall be interesting, to say the least. And so tune in for that whenever that is.
Hashtag stealing James Freeman.
It will.
I give him shit that all the time.
It will be very exciting. I did the same thing back when I won the first Clash, and so we're just going to keep rolling with that. Paul says the other person was him. Congratulations, Paul, and all your loonies. Joey Zuba says, how many for a title shot? 150,000 for a Twitch TV title match, 200,000 for a Pro Wrestling Trivia title match. So keep banking those loonies, guys, and maybe someday you'll be there. As JB3 would say, the great trivia match of 2028 or something like that.
Right.
All right. Richie, you didn't pull it out in the end, and someday you'll beat Michael Turner. It's going to happen. But Richie, how you doing?
It's all good. I'll still hang my hat. I beat him once in Lights Out
That's right.
I did beat him once in Lights Out before he.
Still not getting a title shot.
And still he when he went on this run, and to get a title shot. But yeah, look. Sometimes it's just sort of like the questions. A lot of WCWS questions where I'm one of the WCW viewers that went back and watched a lot of WCW, especially during the pandemic. I never wasn't when WCW was around. I never went back and forth kind of thing. So I was sort of.
I get it. I'm old. I watched it when it happened.
But so it's just like the things. But yeah, yes. But no. You know what? I'm not mad at to cast for the question. That's good. That's a good trivia writing. I should have focused in on the question, and then I would have picked up more points. So yes, I would have said and then I would have said no mercy. Remember that match with Jericho, but yes, but no, a good game. And you look. Sometimes questions fall my way eventually. And I also I was really careful with my strengths as well. I thought, because I know that Turner isn't really that big on impact. So I was like, okay, well, Moose, but then the questions didn't fall my way either. So I was like, oh, that's and then XT 2.0, I wasn't too sure. So I was like, okay, but then it just didn't work out. But look, I'll you play someone so many times, you know their strengths and weaknesses. So eventually I'll get there. Just wasn't tonight, and best of luck at the tournament. I'll be back, and I'm sure we'll meet again in some other tournament. That's how the brackets line up. And,
Absolutely.
100% it's going to happen. You guys are inevitable to fight until the day you both die. A little morbid, but it's the way she be. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone for watching. Paul, Joey Suba, JB3, Jacob Cameron was here earlier. But yeah, and anyone who watched along in the chat and was just here hanging out. Thank you all for being here. Don't forget to follow the page if you are. Tell your friends. Or what's JPO says, tell your friends, tell your enemies. We'll see you next time. We'll love you. All that fun stuff. We'll see you soon for Jacob Barber versus Paul Mead, as well as me versus Hunter Chambliss. That's going to be a thing soon. Have a great time, guys. It's going to be awesome. We'll see you later.